We're here today with Russell and Gracie Spinelli, and we're going to talk to them about their adventures in geocaching. So, when and how did you get started in geocaching?
We got started in 2009 with Toot and Tot. We was over at his house visiting, and he's talking to us about it. And we're like, well, that sounds like fun. So he took us down by the linear trail and caught a couple of his. And we went home, we talked about it, and we've actually enjoyed it. We've done it ever since.
Grace?
Same thing. We enjoy it. We've enjoyed it ever since we've been introduced to it by Toot and Tot.
Does your mom like it?
Yeah. Except for when she falls on her butt.
Do you have pictures of that one?
Of which one?
Oh, which one?
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite geocaches?
Yeah. Behind bars in Union City.
Okay. Is there any other ones?
No.
No?
One of my favorites out of the 200 and some that we've caught so far is over in DeConcha called Woo Woo. It's an owl in the woods. I like that one so far.
Yeah, I actually got that one about 2 or 3 years ago. And when I went looking for it, the owls actually fell off its perch onto the ground.
Yep.
So it took us a little while to find it and like, oh, there it is. So we actually tried to put it up to where it was facing when you came around the trail.
So it's back to you.
So that you could actually find it. What has geocaching done for you guys in the likes of getting out there, not playing with electronics, to exercising?
It's kind of brought us closer as a family, to where we had more fun with each other and less arguing.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah.
Does it give you less time to play with video games?
Yeah. Or read my book.
Reading your book? You know,
Yeah.
you can take that with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a book.
Yeah.
Russell?
I think it's brought us closer as a family, something that we could do together,
Mm-hmm.
take us places that we would probably never went
Yeah,
to
exactly.
begin with.
Exactly. I mean, when I first started, it literally took me to places I've never seen before. I was at places like there's a couple of rocks I went to that actually had a monument deal. I'm like, wow, I never noticed this was even here. I drove by this road hundreds of times, and you stop it and you read it like, that's actually kind of interesting. VFW posts is another good one.
Yep.
With the tanks and stuff and then you read on how they got the tank, and those are the worst ones to find because they stick them in every different crack.
Yes.
That you can get put at. What else has it done? I mean, does it get you to be more observant, mindful?
More mindful and observant.
That's what
Do you look around when you go to places now?
Yeah.
I catch myself wondering, hey, is there a catch there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a catch there?
You ever gone to like the supermarket and say, let's lift up the cap, see if somebody put anything underneath there? Or go to every McDonald's like, gee, I wonder if there's anything up underneath my table.
Right.
You know, and I started catching myself doing the same thing. One of the places that I went to that I thought was really cool was at Newaygo State Park. And I went to the Smokey Bear poster. I'm looking at that going, that's really cool. Started reading it, you know, smoke out fires or whatever he says. And then there's this coin that's got a Michigan hand on it. Well, I knew it was a path tag. And I'm like, what in the world is a path tag nailed to this sign? I'm looking at that, playing around with it. I went, thing come down, and there was a geocache inside the box at Newego with a little ammo box. Opened it up and was like, okay, this has got to be a final stage. Where's the first stage, or what's the name of it? So I did a geocache reconnaissance call. And the person who I called said, yeah, this is where this was and all that, and I accidentally ran into it. I've only done that twice. But I'm always looking around.
Yep.
Wherever you go, parks, places like that. And you're right. It literally gets you closer to family, friends. It's more healthy.
Sometimes it causes arguments.
Yes, that's true. That's very true. Oh, no, we need to go down this road. No, this way is quicker. No,
Yep.
my map says, or my GPS says,
Yep.
we got to go this way. And then you take the long way around, and you're like,
And she's like, told you so.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, it really does a lot to people. I mean, it really, really does. Is it something you're going to want to keep on doing after you get out of the house?
Yes.
Going to ask Dad for a GPS for Christmas?
Yep. That's my Christmas present.
That's one of the things I found is that if more people have the GPS and you have so many people look for spread out, every GPS will go ahead and give you a different direction,
Yeah.
you know, and you can get that triangular, and then you can go and you're like, it's got to be somewhere around here, and then you can actually find it. I've been around a person who had the same GPS as me, and it literally stuck us 3 feet apart, but it was the same device. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun and everything. Where would you like to go on your next adventure? Somewhere not around here.
The Amazon basin in South America,
That would be cool.
because I want to see what people come up with in the jungles and stuff.
Have you taken the map down to South America and
No.
blow it up to see? Should. Go home, get on it, blow that map up, go down to where South America is and see if there's any there. You gotta remember, there's over 2 million geocaches in the world. And that's just remarkable. Every single day there's a new one popping up. But there is ones that are being archived every single day
Right.
too, depending on where you go. There's some in China, Russia, Germany. They're all over the place. Is there any place you want to go?
I'd like to go to Italy.
I just had a group of people who I personally know went to Ireland. They got a whole bunch of people together. It costed about $4,000 to $5,000 per person.
Yeah, that ain't cheap.
No, it's not. But can you imagine going to into Rome and going to the Vatican and there's a geocache there?
Right, I bet there is.
Oh, I haven't even looked, but you're probably right. That would be really cool. Be like, yeah, I just went to the Vatican and went geocaching at the same time and waved to the Pope.
Yeah.
That would be just awesome. What about the United States?
Nevada. When we go to Las Vegas in Nevada.
Russell?
I would like to get in my souvenirs, I'd like to get every state.
There is a geocache. It's a puzzle catch for you to be able to get, if you get every single state, you're able to log that geocache in.
That's what I'd like to do, every single state.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to do the Black Hills, would be really cool, or go to Mount Rushmore. Washington, D.C. would be another cool one. There's a lot of virtuals in Washington, D.C. that you go to every single monument, and you got to do this 10 different steps before you can log it in. There's some places in New York that you can go to. It's just really cool that I'm going to plan my vacation. And then you plan it to go to every single one, and then you get to your destination. So, yeah, I want to have every county in Michigan done by end of next year. That's my goal. They actually have, there's a geocache that's further up that deals with you finding every single, or going in every county and caching at least one. One of the spots you have to catch at is Mackinac Island, because it's considered as its own separate county. Well, I didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
There's 83 counties in the state of Michigan. Well, I didn't think there was that many until, but there's one place you guys could go to, Rhode Island. There's only 4 counties in Rhode Island. Come on, it's almost one of the smallest states in the United States.
Right.
So, and there's guys like, oh, I got it done in 6 hours. It's like 6 hours to get all the counties, really? There's another item that you could do. It's called the DeLorean map quest. And you ever seen DeLorean maps when you open them up?
Yeah.
Okay. There's one where you have to find every geocache in that. And I don't think I got hardly, there's some spots that are going to be hard to get compared to others. If you want to go on a trip, and if you know somebody with a boat, go to Traverse City and go after the oldest geocache in the state of Michigan. It's on the island in the bay.
I ain't got a boat, I got a jet ski.
Well, Kathy, paramedic chick, and a group of her rented 3 jet skis, I believe it was 3 jet skis at Traverse City, and they jet skied all the way to the island. But it was 3 miles there, and it's 3 miles back. So yes, you could jet ski to the island. If you could tell someone about geocaching, what would you tell them, and what would you explain to them on what it's about and how fun it is? How would you tell them?
That geocaching is kind of like a Easter egg hunt. That's how I describe it, because you're trying to find stuff.
Right?
And that you would get on your phone or a GPS, and there's these coordinates on a website that you go to, geocaching.com, I think.
Yeah.
And you would look at the coordinates and you would plug them in, and it will direct you to where you need to go, and you can find them.
If they say, can I keep the container, what would you tell them?
You can't keep the container because that's somebody else's, and other people are going to try and find that,
Right?
just like you are.
If you had a chance of taking somebody out, would you?
Yes.
Have you ever taken any of your friends out, or have you told your friends that you play the game?
I've told almost all my friends.
What do they say?
What's that? And then I would have to explain it to them, and they're like, is it fun? And I said, yes, it's very fun, because you get to
Right.
find stuff, and you get to observe other areas that you never thought you would have seen.
Do you have any friends that live close to you where you live at?
Yes.
Do you have any geocaches that are close to where they're at?
Yes.
You could take them and walk to it. Even though you found it, you could take them and have them go look for it. And that's the cool thing about geocaching. I mean, you literally say, hey, you got to try this. I have several people at work that I've tried to convince, like, you got to do this. It is you use billion-dollar satellites to go find Tupperware containers in the woods.
Right.
I mean, that's practically what it is.
Yep.
And if you found any adults, have you tried to take your wife's parents on go look for them, or?
Not her parents. Her sister. She likes it. We got her into
Really?
it. She got her boyfriend into it.
So do they go out often to?
Yep.
Really? That's really cool. I mean, and a lot of this is done by mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see them have a commercial about geocaching. You don't see them advertise it. It's all been done by mouth. Like, hey, you gotta try this game. It is really, really cool. And what best thing to do is get out into beautiful weather and go geocaching. I mean, I think really what we're losing is actually getting out and exercising compared to everybody's got their nose stuck in electronics and their video games and TV and everything else. And
Cell phones.
oh yeah, cell phones. I mean, if you ask anybody who's I would almost have to say 7 or older, do you have a cell phone? They probably do.
Yeah.
And to me, it doesn't develop themselves. It really doesn't. Geocaching gets you out, you use your cell phone, and at the same time, you're exercising, you're finding stuff, and you're having a blast. We're trying to find a person who's never done it before and bring them onto the show. So we're still working on that. But yeah, so you haven't taken anybody out yet?
Well, other than my aunt, but that was kind of all our doing, but
Well, yeah, but she already learned.
yeah.
And she loves it.
Yeah.
I love it. But yeah, it's just that type of deal. Have you put anything out yet?
No, not yet. I want to.
You want to make it really hard for the person? You want to make it really easy for your first one?
Both.
Both?
I'd like to do one real easy one.
I want
and
to do a
then
birdhouse.
one really, really hard.
Birdhouses ones are really cool.
Yeah.
Have
I
you
want-
found any birdhouse?
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
Found a couple birdhouses.
Cemeteries?
Nope.
No, you haven't found any birdhouses in cemeteries yet?
Nope.
I like cemetery caches.
I
Yes, they're
do.
easy.
Well, not just that they're easy.
But you see old tombs, headstones.
Oh yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of history.
Well, I've actually run into people who was in the War of 1812, all the way to the Civil War, the French Revolution. I've seen so many different tombstones of different soldiers, and you just ask yourself, what the people, what they were doing at that time when one of the ones I found, they were probably 18 years old, and they actually died in the Civil War. It's just remarkable on what those people have done. I went to one cemetery. It was called Lost Souls, and we didn't know we were going to the cemetery. We literally went up a hill, went up on top of it, started walking out. We find the container, and then we started looking around like, what are these tombstones? There was one here, there was another one there, and there was another one there. And it got to the point where I'm like going, wow, this is a little corner space cemetery that got completely forgotten from time. And it's like, I wonder if the county even knows it's there. A good possibility they don't. There's another one that's over towards Marshall, I believe it's towards Marshall, that's a family plot. Just a family plot. Used to be a farmhouse out there and the barn and all that, and they actually, back in there, they could actually bury their loved ones on their farm, what they can't do anymore. but there was literally a family plot, and it was all nothing but family.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. Some of the cool ones are next to the crypts. I mean, I don't even got money to make me a crypt to have my casket on there for my family to open up to go into. So there's a really cool one. If you guys want to go to Niles, there are some really cool virtuals that are in Niles. One of them is across the street is a mansion. On the other side, there's a crypt. And supposedly it's haunted. And people say that you can see the lady up in the window, and sometimes you'll see her walking across the street to the crypt. There was stories saying that there was an actual tunnel that went underneath the road into the crypt for her to go see her son. And I guess she was so heartbroken that she literally died. And it was just a complete tragedy. But, well, I'm glad you guys enjoy the geocaching, and just keep on doing it. Be safe at it. Don't hurt yourself. And, you know, long story, we don't got time to talk about that one. And I'm glad you guys were on my show.
Thanks for having us. There you go.
Stay on the side of the road, guys.
Panda bug!
Might be over there.
Put on there, it wasn't supposed to be.
Oh, it isn't. At least he had a plastic bag in it to keep the water out.
If I can open up that.
Is it dry?
Yeah, it's dry. Yeah, dry log. It was found on the 9th.
That was yesterday.
Told you to hold on to it. Okay, today is 5/10?
Yep.
10, 14. What's the sign this is? BC. HAMSTER?
There's no T.
Does not, okay.
Yeah, there is a T. Sorry.
We'll put it as that, hamsters. Roll it back up. Let me put my pen back in its. That will zip up my bag. It's not winter time. Remember when we first went out, you had to grab a hold of Noah. You thought he was going to fall right into that water. Remember that?
I was worried.
Let me see the item container. Shove it back in. There. Okay. I don't know who's the one that put that rope on there, but whoever it was, guess what?
What?